I can't boil it down to just the job. It's how I approach my life, I think. And that's, all or nothing. You get out what you put in. You can sit back and be a passenger, or you can drive it. Hi, I'm Stephanie Cadieux. I'm the MLA for Surrey Panorama. I think when I announced to my family that I was considering taking a run at politics, I think they all just about fell off their chairs. I was interested in politics in high school and had started university in political science. And after a catastrophic injury in my second semester of university, I went back to university, but really with a different focus on my life as a whole, and sort of changed directions a bit and decided that maybe I wanted to be an entrepreneur, maybe I wanted to do something for myself in business. So I went and took marketing and so forth, and kind of fell into my role at the BC Paraplegic Association. I was seeing and working with different levels of government, both bureaucracy, the bureaucrats themselves, and the political people, and re-engaged that interest that I'd had early in life. And I realized that I might have more of an impact from the other side. And I think at some point I made a comment to somebody that I'd be interested in pursuing this at some point in my career. And within, I think, a year of that comment, I got a call asking me if I would consider running. It never occurred to me that the fact that I was a woman would have any bearing on my choosing or not choosing to enter politics. I really never thought about it. There are innate differences between men and women. There are strengths. Strengths carried by both, and sometimes they're similar and sometimes they're not, and every person is different. But that's the richness. Every person, every culture, every background, everybody brings something different. I think women in general need to feel a little stronger about themselves a lot of the time and their abilities, and not question. Not always assume that someone else could do it better. That's not true. I think that young women should take a look at politics. If they have any interest whatsoever in how their country is run, the laws that are set, the rules, the way we interact with one another, the way decisions are made, I think it's important that they get involved and have a say in that. It's not a spectator sport. It shouldn't be. To believe that politics is just to watch, I think, really diminishes the value of the democracy that we have. But at the same rate, until women come forward and say, I want to do this, and this is what I need in order to be able to do this, we won't know how to make those adjustments in the system. We can anticipate, and we can try to say, oh, don't worry about this or don't worry about that. But really, I think for everyone, it's an individual thing. With me, with my disability, a lot of the questions at the beginning were, well, how are you going to manage it? And well, what are they doing in the legislature to make sure you can get it? Well, the reality is, as soon as I was there, the adjustments were made. What needs to be done? I use my voice and I say, well, this is what I'm going to need in order for this to work. And everybody says, okay, well, let's see how we can get that done then. I think we have to remember that we have to speak up. And if we don't speak up, nothing's ever going to change. The mentorship piece of Equal Voice is why I wanted to get involved. If there are women, young women especially, in my community that are interested, I want to make sure that they use that interest. Whether that's to be a politician or whether that is to just be informed, to get involved in some other level of politics, some other capacity. Maybe it's to be a volunteer in their community in some respect. But if they have an interest, then I'd like to help. There's just so much to learn. If if you have broad interests, then this is the right kind of place for you, because every day is new and every day is an opportunity to learn something and learn about something, and to feel like you've made an impact. It doesn't mean that everything I think what I'd like to see different in the world is going to be accomplished during my time in politics. I have no preconceptions about that, but there will be things that I will influence, and I will be able to influence because of my experiences and my life and the differences that I bring that others who've gone before me have not had the benefit of. And I think that's an opportunity that you can't take lightly.